That's such a good question because we do use them a lot, especially we go live on TikTok a couple times a week. And when we do, people ask questions and they'll say, "How much does it cost to live in da da da?" And I'm like, "Where do you live close to it? What's the biggest city you live close to in the US?" And we use like the expatistan calculator to calculate it to give them an idea. And it's hard for me to say, but I can compare Birmingham to Merida, for example. And so, according to expatistan, I think Merida is about 30% cheaper. And I don't think that's too far off. The
Mm.
big thing in at least where we live, Merida is really nice, right? There are a lot of people with a lot of money here. We are certainly not in the upper class here in Merida by any means. So, is that goods cost close to the city is what they cost north of the border, as they say. But services are much less expensive and rents are much less expensive. And so it averages out to about that. I think the smart way to handle it is to adjust what you spend money on. I know that's tough when you have little kids or things like that and you have certain things. You have to have Cheerios and Pepperidge Farm goldfish or whatever. But if you're just grown folks, then at home, maybe I would have spent money on, I don't know, consumer goods to make me happy. And here I might spend money on services instead, you know?
Yeah, and I could say, in my experience, the housing, when they talk about the median housing or what a typical apartment, Americans probably want more space. You're probably looking for a slightly bigger place in my experience with people. They want a bigger kitchen, they don't want a little closet
Yes.
kitchen. That's a big
Yeah,
deal,
real
especially in
fridge.
Europe. Exactly, want a big fridge, room for the second fridge. There are just some things that, for Americans just are par for the course that aren't normal everywhere else. Dryers are another example.